and we will start with 3 ohms. Sahanavavatu, Guru Stotram, first 5 verses and the last verse, and Geeta Dhyanam, the first verse and the last verse. Just like we normally start, the same opening and same closing mantras we will follow. I hope you are all able to see the video and the audio, the quality, the volume, everything is correct, I hope. And with that, it is 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and we will start. Om Sahana Vavadu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavai Tejasvinavadhidamastu ma vidyashavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Guru Stotram. Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalagaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshal Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Stavaram Jangamam Vyaptam Yatkinjis Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Chinmayam Vyabhiyas Sarvam Trailokyam Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Geeta Dhyanam. Om Parthaya Pradibodhidam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Kradidam Purana Muninam Madhye Mahabharadam Advaidamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashathyayanim Ambatvamanusantatami Bhagavad Gita Bhavatveshinim Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Maruda Stunnandi Divyaistavai Vedai Sangapadakrammo Panishadair Gayandiyam Samagaha ध्यानावस्थित तद्गदेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुर्सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः तद्वै नमः ओम श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरुवे नमः Hari Om to everybody. We are doing Bhagavad Geeta, chapter 2. Those who are not in Somnath, been following Geeta, we covered up to 14 verses of chapter 2. And we will continue from that. So far, the story is Arjuna arguing why he does not want to fight. All the cards, all his tools he put on the table. Krishna did not even budge. Prahasanniva Bharata, as though he is smiling, he is replying. He started with his advice 11, chapter 2, 11th verse. Asocyananya Sojas. And we did a couple of verses after that. And now it's Bhagavan's turn to speak Arjuna. We are in the right frame. Hopefully, we are all in the right frame of mind to receive this knowledge. He said, Jiva was there all the time. There was no time we were not there, Arjuna is telling. And Atma is one, is put in nutshell in one sloka. Arjuna said, our mindset, which is projected as Arjuna, says, I'm not crying of Atma's destruction. It's fine with me. But the problem here is happiness which I was getting through this body, that will go away. Then I'll become miserable. I'm crying for that. That is the thing which is to be understood. Bhishma, Drona, or Pujarha, Varisudana, he already said that. Those are Sukha Sadhana in my mind. And he was getting Sukha. Duryodhana, of course, Dukkha, some sadhana is there. Dusasana, Karna, everybody. So like that, he continues. What comes to our mind when we see someone? Generally, what impression that person made in our mind, that comes. Good, bad, indifferent, whichever category he or she falls into, that image, when you see somebody, it comes. So remember, when you meet someone, what impression you have to create, what way you should create a feeling in that mind. But behavior should be expected from you, that you have to project. So, in fact, what was giving me sukham is leaving me, and what gives me dukkham is coming near and near. Right? So, if that is so, how I have to behave in this world. And that is coming in these following verses. As I said, chapter 2 has 3 outstanding phenomena, outstanding factors, which makes it stand out from all other chapters. I hope you remember 3 aspects of chapter 2. What is that? Number one, Bhagavan speaks first in chapter 2. There is one significant importance. And number 2 is talks about death. There is no other chapter in Bhagavad Gita which says in detail about death like chapter 2. Other chapter touches here and there, but not so detailed in chapter 2. Bhagavan talks and talks about death. Number 3 aspect. It is a nutshell of whole Bhagavad Gita. The entire Bhagavad Gita, in some or other fashion, touched upon the subject by chapter 2. Is like Gurudev says, some artists make quick strokes, 2-3 lines, and there is a figure. Similarly, Bhagavan draws quickly the entire picture of Bhagavad Gita, whatever he wanted to say in chapter 2. These 3 aspects. As a student, we should remember these 3 factors. Now, we will chant 14th sloka, because that's where we are. Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sugha dukkadaha agamapayino nitya tam tidishasva bharata. In this one, we cannot have combined. I wish we have combined. Combined is chanting is getting the audience, the students, a tune and synchronization and where to stop, the feeling and getting familiar with chanting. I hope you are doing at your own home. Okay. Now, this matra sparshastu kaunteya. What does it mean? See, matra sparsha meaning the contact of the sense organs with the objects outside in the world. And Kaunteya is addressing Arjuna as Kaunteya. And there is a reason for that. We'll go through that. We'll come to that. Shita, Ushna, Sugha, Dukkha, Daha. Producers of cold and heat, pleasure and pain. What they are, it says in brief, Agama is beginning and Payina, going away. Since they are Agama and Payina, which has a beginning and an end, they are impermanent. Anitya. He says Anitya. Therefore, what you should do? Tam. Tidishasva. Tidisha. Meaning forbearance. Tidishta is one of the Shat Sampatis. We know that the student of Vedanta, we have come out Sat Sampati, Sadhana Chatushtaya, everything we know. I don't want to go in detail. Here, tu means for sure, indeed, guaranteed, matra sparshast. And Kaunteya. Krishna had a very good respect for Kunti. You know, sometimes we go to our friend's house, they treat you like their own son. They love especially when you have friend equal your colleague or equal to your age, as her son. In that case, they treat you as your own son. And Krishna, Kunti loved Krishna. Kunti loved Krishna so much. It's more than her 5 sons. She loved. Why? Because all the 5 sons brought her sorrow, knowingly or unknowingly, not purposely. Nobody does, but it happens. Krishna is the only one who gave her some solace, some consolation to her mind. So, some comfort for her. So, she has that respect and love towards Krishna. So, and many places, Arjuna is addressed with different names. There is Mahabaho and all these things, because based on circumstances. In this one, he told Kaunteya, the son of Kunti, and because Krishna also had great love and respect to Kunti. He loved Kunti more than any mothers, any other ladies. And he says that you look at your own mother, Arjuna, and this meaning which is I'm going to say is not there in the sloka. Then how can you bring this meaning? The more and more you dive deep in Bhagavad Gita, more and more pearls you come up with. That is the beauty of Bhagavad Gita. Thousands and thousands of commentaries already written. Gurudev says you also can write a commentary. The way you feel, the way you understood, you can also write commentary. It will bring a new vision, new idea for the masses to follow. Similarly, every time there is new things in Bhagavad Gita. Here it says, look at your mother. How many experiences she has gone through? Think. She raised all the 5 children alone. She lost her husband. Remember that? Then you all lived in forest for 12 years. Then 1 more year in incognito, Ajnatavas. And you lost all your kingdom, and she was with you in all the sorrows, all the dukkha. She has seen so much of the world. And sometimes we also feel, sometimes many people feel that I'm going through so much in my life. And I'm going through this one. Actually, is that sorrow compared to this one? It's nothing. It is sorrow, it is dukkha. And dukkha, anyway, it comes. Guaranteed. When you came to this world as an embodied person, as a sarira, that moment onwards, dukkha is packed, is ready to give. The prarabdha is ready to deliver its fair share to us. Prarabdha, you need not to give the forwarding address. It will find automatically where you are. It will come. Oh, you are hiding here. Here, you take this share, this dukkha for you. It will deliver. I met someone, he had multiple cancers. So many places, so many angas, not one. The person's whole day is doctor appointments. This test, that test, this chemo, that chemo. What family will do? Family has only this time to take him, लेके जाने का, और वापस आने का. You can take him and bring back. This is only life. This is not easy life. Tough. As I said, Prarabdha will do its own work. We cannot blame someone for that. And somebody else, I know, he had 5 deaths in 4 years. Swamiji used to say this. One death itself is tragedy, we know. Think of 5. 3 of them younger to this person. So life is not easy. What you should do, that is what he said in the coming verses. What happens at this point? Tam tidiksha swa, have forbearance. Why forbearance? That is also explained. Tidiksha swa is explained here. And tidiksha is detailed, explained in Tattva Bodha and Vivek Chudamani. Those who studied that book is clearly explained. Shat Sambati, Sadhana Chatushtaya, everywhere it is explained. And Bhagavan says, so cheer up, young man, because you are such lady's son. I'm not making this up. This is in the scriptures. You are standing in the warfield and you have this despondency, this dukkha overpowering you because of attachment, because clouded, you cannot see. This and this found truth. What is that? Matras parshast kaundeya. Shida, Ushna, Sukha, Dukkha, Daha. Hot and cold. When the sense objects come from the sense organs come into contact with the sense object outside, Sukha and Dukkha happens. And Akhantanandi Maharaj, in his commentary of Bhagavad Gita, he explains what is Dukkha and what is Sukha. Dukkha is 2 words, Du and Ka. Du meaning bad vichara, bad intentions, bad thoughts. Du. And Ka means space, Akasha. Which Akasha? Hridaya Akasha. The Akasha of my Hridaya, the space of my heart, which is mind, if it is filled, this dukkha, how it enters? Through the mind. As you think, you have become sorrowful. If you do not think, if you identify the real true self in us, then you don't identify with the other objects. That's why he says, importance is identifying your own self, your own tattva, your own truth, your own sat. That is dukkha. And sukha. Su meaning good feelings, like a good breeze, cool air. It's nice for us, isn't it? Nice to experience. And that comes to the mind. And the funny thing is, these feelings are agama and paina. This comes and goes. This is temporary. So when you identify with the surroundings, with this, when identify with this envelopes, then we get tossed around in the surface of the water like a wooden piece of wood, because it does not have its own control. Wherever wind takes, so the wind is forceful, it will fully forceful. If it's slow, it is slow. It's not in my control. That's why. But when you have to have the diksha, because the because it is Agama and Paina. They have an arrival date. According to Gurudev, they have an arrival date and a departure date. They come and wait for some time and then go. Give that experience. And during that experience, when we do not identify with the self, we will identify with the envelopes, with the coverings, with the wrappings. Then we have ups and downs. And like Swamiji always says, when you identify with the mind, you have the dukkha and sukha. When you stand apart as a witness, when you identify with the witness, the other things are just a play only. It cannot drag ourselves in ups and downs. For example, in deep sleep, the mind is not contacting with the world, and no experience. Under sedation, no experience. Unconscious, no experience. So they are young people, and this happens is when you identify with the non-self. I should say with the non-self, will these ups and downs are there. And Gurudev says, and finally, this tidiksha based on the mental contact, mental control power. Mental control power will come. When it will come, when you identify, when I know that I am not the one, this is giving me experience temporary. And this is a fleeting thing. Sukha also, dukkha also. In sukha, we don't feel that much. Because what drags me down is dukkha only. We also say, Bhagavan, दुख में स्मरण सब करे, सुख में करे न कोई, जो सुख में स्मरण करे उसे दुख काय को होई. कबीर दोहा. Remember? दुख में स्मरण सब करें, सुख में करे न कोई. सुख में nobody remembers the Lord. We don't need Lord. Why? To go through the sukha, we know. Bhagavan, we know how to handle sukha. You don't have to tell us. That part you leave. You only talk about dukkha. That only solution I want. We normally say that. But both dukkha and sukha is two sides of the same coin. You understand that this is fleeting. This is temporary. This cannot last. This cannot only last. This cannot drag me down. I will not be down. I will not let my mind be drawn for a playful in the world because of these feelings. And this, when you identify such, nothing happens. Mental contact with objects, Gurudev says in detail. For example, a drinking person, a bottle you give, is very happy. Why? He knows the happiness which the bottle gives. It does not give for him. The same bottle you give to a teetotaler, or he does not drink, well, nothing happens because it doesn't. It's just like any other object. It will not give him any joy or something because he does not drink. Which means that if joy is in the bottle, it should attract everyone. That's not the case. So only the individuals who is finding a joy in that will get attracted to that object. Not everyone. So that attachment creates the problem. And if the mind of that individual mental climatic conditions. Mind is tempting. Then you say, I don't know, Swamiji, why mind is tempting. Why tempting? Because you are let that object control your mind. So the additional the controlling power is also stolen away by the object. It's created because of the attachment, and that is what we have to cut. Asanga shastrena dridayana chitva. So your contact is to be firm, to cut that relationship. What it is controlling, the world is tying you down. The world which is tying me down is my feelings towards that, and that object itself does not have the power. I am giving my power to that object to control me. Matra sparsas kaunteya, son of Kunti, understand. Sidoshna Sukha Dukkadaha. Sita and Ushna. Heat and cold. Sukha Dukkadaha is giving experience of Sukha and Dukkha. All in contact only. Someone says it is too hot. Someone says it's too cold. Outside is too cold. And there is a story. There were two ladies. Of course, others were traveling in a train. And one window they're fighting over. One said, oh, don't open. If you open that, oh, cold air will come, I will die. He said, okay. The other says, open it. I need fresh air. Otherwise I will die. I'll suffocate and die. They both argued. The argument did not lead anywhere. Everybody was watching, and they're both middle-aged ladies. Middle-age, what happens is they don't give up. Youngsters, they may give up. Or old person, they also give up. Sometimes middle-age, I say middle age is where everything converges in the middle. That is called middle age. Anyway, so this middle-aged ladies, they did not give up. Argument. So every passengers in the train, God, so frustrated about this fighting. Then one gentleman came. He said, wait, I have a solution. Oh, everybody's surprised. How can I have a solution for opposite viewpoints here? Wait, let me explain. He said, okay. He said, first, open the window. Oh, the other lady said, no. You cannot open. I will die. The gentleman said, wait, let me explain completely. After completion, you can please join. You can tell your comments. Okay, they agreed. He said, first open, and this lady will die. And then raise it, then the other lady will die. We all can travel peacefully in the train afterwards. Everybody agreed. Oh, fine, this is a nice solution. But it was joke only. But the thing is, this temporary up and down of the temperature is stealing my mind away, and it will distract and steal my calmness away. It will disturb me forever. Why should it's first of all, it's agama and paina. Seasons are coming and going. Everything comes to us. Everything comes to us for a reason. Some people come to us for a season. That also happens. They come, they give their fair share, and they go. Because finally, it is our own prarabdha, our own karma bhala, which we have to undergo. No matter what, nobody else will share with us. If you understand that, life is easy to follow. One more thing. We are traveling in a railway track. I always tell people, right, we are traveling in a railway track. What is railway track? Rail engine cannot travel where there is no track. Track has to be made and laid down first before the engine start moving. And we are going through a already laid down track, which is already given to us. This COVID virus which came, we have to undergo the effects and situations and disciplines which is already instructed by the authorities. All the government authorities and ruling people and non-ruling people also, religious leaders, they give us the comments, they gave us their advice, what is to be done, and just merely follow that. Follow that, simply have faith in God, or God, I will give me strength to undergo this time. We don't know how long, but He knows how long. He definitely knows what is in store for us, not only for us, for the whole world. He understands. So He is only my Ashraya. With that in mind, we pray and we obey the rules and regulations to the best of our ability, and we live. In that way, we will be surely taken to His abode. Kaundeha pradijanihi. Pradijanihi mean actually you can jump on your rooftop and take that megaphone, that big speaker phone, and speak loudly. Name bhakta pranashyati. Bhagavan says, Kaunteya pradijanihi. Name bhakta pranashyati. My bhakta, my devotee, will never perish. Such a guarantee. With such guarantee, He is giving us. With that guarantee, we can always win. We will never be a loser. And in that one, so this laid down rule is already there, and we go that the engine is going through a already made track. We understand that is how the life is all about. If we think there is some part in us which will make the world different, I have to live in this world no matter what. So what is agama painaha? What is temporary? What is fixed? Come and go. Anityaha, it is impermanent. Today is too windy, cloudy. Yesterday was so hot, complaining. I hate the winter. No rain at all. It rains 3 days and it's too much rain. When it starts raining, we will say this is too much rain. Oh, anyway, everywhere this is finally. Okay. And this Sat Sampati, Sama, Dama, Uparati, Titisha, Sraddha, Samadhanam, all this is a virtue for us if we develop. We may be in a different stages of that individual controls, but doesn't matter. It cannot be at the top, but little by little we do ourselves to increase that quality, the virtues in us. So, and again, we understand this. The whole life is a game, and as we come, anyway, we are here. So the only solution is to move with faith, and He's the only Sharanagati. That feeling in us, which gives us is the only Sharanagati and nobody else. Uh, He only will protect me, and that feeling will make you move far in the game. Otherwise, you can also have. hmm, I normally tell to other people what is 3x plus 2y. It's an equation, but people ask, 3x plus 2y equal to what? Vijay Kumar ji, you didn't say what x and y is. That is correct. If I give you the value of x and y, you can put that and immediately you can solve that equation. Now, x and y is variable. In mathematics, there are two types of digits. One is called constants, other is called variable. Constants never change the value. 3 will remain 3, 2 will remain 2. 3x plus 2y. X and y will have one value in one problem. X may be equal to 5, y is equal to 7, or x may be equal to 7, x may be equal to 10 in different problem. So different situations, different numbers are given for each. That to solve that, and finally you find what x and y is. Yeah? So in life also, we have x and y's. We do not know what is x in my life, what is y in my life. We look at 3x plus 2y equation, right? We look at 3 and cry. Oh, 3 came. What to do now? Oh, death came. Near and dear ones. What to do now? 3 and 2s. The deaths, we should know which is fixed, which is constant in our life, and which is variable. The variables are the way I treat a problem, the way I do treatment to a solution. If I don't know solution, the approach I take is X and Y. The way I think, the way you think is different from others. That's what makes you different. You think. The way we think is our life. So that there are things in our life which can be tuned, which can be adjusted, which can be up and down, and that is what X and Y is. 3 and 2 will remain 2. They will not. You look at them and cry, you can always cry. Gurudev says, all the best. Keep on crying. Cry, oh, cry. All the best. Dukkha is inevitable. Suffering is optional. Statement, dukkha is inevitable. Suffering is optional. How you want to face the situation, how you want to face the challenge, and that's up to you. And that will be up to you because of so many other factors. What is your samskara? What you think? What is your dharmic vision? How much is your rajasic, sattvic, tamasic tendencies? How much your S is, sadhana chadushtaya is? All these values, everything put together, gives a decision. Oh, I should move the coin this way. And that will depend on your vasanas and all. So many factors are involved in that. X and Y. That we should understand. Shama, Dhamma, Uparati, it's all based on that one. So here, you do not waste your time running up and down. Keep your balance. Keeping our balance is the diksha. Because keeping our balance is based on I thought, why not? That one, this wooden piece. I told you, in surface of the water with no control, it will just tossed away. Because it doesn't have its own control. It is by the mercy of the wind. Whichever direction wind flows, it will take it that way. Standing at the, have you seen the lighthouse is a very good example, giving light to the lost ships or whichever ship does not know the direction, is giving those signals. You are approaching this site, and the gap in the light indicates that it's a code word, Morse code word. You understand? And nothing can shake. No, this waters in the sea which is hitting the rock will not shake that. It's because it's not in the water. It's standing on the rock. So similarly, that example is used by Gurudev, lighthouse. So he will watch all the joys which comes and sorrow which comes. Joy comes, he watches, and joy goes. Sorrow comes, agama, painaha, agama, and paina. It's going away. Nothing stays. Then what to do? Silently go through both emotions. So these emotions which is already coming to our mind, there are ways to deal with it. One thing is Akhandananda Maharaj says that identify with the self in us. Oh, that will resolve so many issues. So many. Everything you can watch as a movie, just as away from you. Nothing taints you, nothing drags you down. When you identify only, the issue comes. When you identify with the sorrow, and why this sorrow came to me. Oh God, why me? Some people say, oh God, why me? Why not somebody else? Is somebody else also, they will also the same dukkha. Think. So dukkha and sukha comes as a package. But the moment I came on in this world crying, and it will be with me till the day I leave Sarira. That's why you call Sarira. Shira manate idi Sarira. Decaying and decaying and decaying. That is what is nature of that body is. Body has to go in this from this world. So this is Matra Sparshastu Kaunteya, Sidoshna Dukha Dukkadaha, Agama Payina, Anityaha impermanent. Anityaha Tam Tidishasa. This is the only way. Arjuna is directly telling Arjuna, because you are the son of Kunti, in bringing up the child, Kunti has suffered a lot. Compared to that, our sorrow is nothing. And so many things are packed inside that sloka. It's hidden, is pregnant with that words. Even though that words are not spelled out and clearly said, but these are the internal meanings of that sloka. Okay. Now we'll go to sloka 15. Sloka 15, there is some introduction before telling sloka 15. So this the sloka 15 says that in Yamhina Vidyante de Purusham Purushashava. Before going to that, we'll tell how this whole things work. Chapter 2 as a summary is there. And I told you the 3 outstanding features of chapter 2. It's very beautiful. And eternal being the same. The forms vary. The forms and names and the forms which we see is Nama Rupa, is temporary only, to experience that joy or sorrow. Forms may vary, but the essence remaining the same. And there is an example, our Swamiji has brought, and also Gurudev brought in commentaries. Just like my mother, I see my mother, my father see her as his wife, her father see her daughter, same person. The emotions and feelings vary in both objects. This has been example has been brought down. By several Vedanta teachers bring this example. Relationship, attitude, everything differs because one is the same. Similarly, the Atma is same. Sarira is different. Different Sarira we take based on our vasanas, experiences, which we have to undergo for that, which is suitable for that particular karma phala, we get that body. And we get attached to based on whatever our vasanas is in store. And this like smoker or drunkard, we know that change of mind. So say that enchanting world of fancy objects trying to attract me, it cannot do anything because they are inert. Inert objects does not have the power to drag you down. Understand this. So to say that enchanting fancy world trapping me, I'm not free. That is a mithya. They are inert matter. Doesn't have any power. You are the master. You have the control. Yeah, he hold the control yourself and don't become slave to them. Then here he says the neighbor's child died. You go there and to console them. You are not affected because it is his child. No effect. And suppose same thing happens your home. Your child dies. You cannot even think. Even Vedanta, Bhagavad Gita will not go into the brain at all, that you are immersed in sorrow. Nobody can bring you up other than yourself. Remember, when emotions rule, intellect goes away temporarily. You take chutti. साहब हमको छुट्टी जाने का, घर में जाने का साहब. So intellect will temporarily go away. When emotions are in control, we have to feel that. We have to remind us that intellect is not with me at this time. Emotions are ruling. So in that one, when it is not affecting, our attitude is different. In Iraq, in Afghanistan, in Syria, in Gaza, in Palestine, in Israel, so many people die. So many people die of coronavirus. We get that news every day. We go through the news and say, oh, US has surpassed every other countries. It is easy to read the news and keep it as a news. Why? Because there is nobody that we know. The moment there is someone which we know, our whole thing changes. Attitude changes. I told an example of a dot. Put a dot and around the dot put a small circle. That dot is you, me, myself. Okay? And that circle near the dot is my own family. Own family means what? Own spouse, husband, wife, children. That's all. In that small circle. Put them. About that, another circle. You can put your father, mother. Sometimes based on your relations, you can bring them inside circle also. Own father, mother. Or outside circle. In that, you write your brother, sister name, and everybody. Immediate, but not very close. And put another circle, third circle. Your cousins, your chacha, your uncles, your aunts, and everybody. And again, another circle, your friends. your co-workers. I told this in the class clearly, and keep on drawing circles. And one circle, you will find nobody. You know, you don't know them. The circle is there, and another circle. Again, another circle is there. That also you don't know anybody. People from other countries. The inside you go more and more, more and more, the intensity of sorrow increases. The intensity of sorrow is directly proportional to the intensity of your attachment and relation with that person. Clearly understood. Far away, you're not affected. It is the state of the mind. And no more that can bring you down. And this happens. What? Why? Because in deep sleep, you have no contact with the world. Self is there. How you know the self is there? Because that is the self which is observing the joy. The joy of losing the ahankara, even temporary, so good, isn't it? See that even specimen, sample guli, sample goli, is given every day to us by Bhagavan. Even that sample thing, oh, we see that so joyful. Think of losing ahankara forever, for good. I'll be so joyful. Even temporary is giving me so much happiness. How it will be for temporary. Oh my God, it will be so nice, isn't it? Think. So, my dukkha, my tossing around, based on my attachment. And the moment it's gone, it'll stand away, and you can see that it's a dance thing happening. With that introduction, we will chant the next sloka. And we have few more minutes. We'll chant the sloka and we'll see how far we go. Huh? Yam hina vyatayante te purusham purusharshabha samadukha sukham dhiram somratatvaya kalpate. Yam hina vyatayante te purusham purusharshabha samadukha sukham dhiram somratatvaya kalpate. Yam hi na, whom he na vetyanti, afflict not, affected not. Purusham purusharshava. He is addressing Arjuna as Purusharshava, chief among men. Oh, chief among men, understand that man whom this afflict not. Like when that person is identified with the witness, nothing happens. For him, what happens? Sama dukkha sukham dhiram. So amritatvaya kalpade. To whom pleasure and pain are same, is fit for realizing the mortality of the self. That is the word meaning of this sloka. Why you are saying that? It's very difficult to experience heat and cold, sukha and dukkha same. This will not bring any sense to our mind. For if you are identified with undergoing the experiences and you are as experience you are identified with the events, then this will not make any sense. You have to know that there is a place in me, there is a position in me where I can withstand and watch the occurrences. And then that person who is able to do that, he says, Emihina Vidyan, Purusham Purusharshabha. Sama Dukkha Sukham Dhiram. Dhiram meaning firm, understanding. With that person, so Amrutatvaya Kalpade is deserving candidate, is adhikari. Adhikari for what? Amartatvam, immortality, to be based. And otherwise, what will happen? Sickness and health, the same way to see that I have to go up and down. What is going with up and what's wrong with up and down? You think in this world, uh, no sorrow in this bliss absolute. At that state, oh, that's a dream state. It's never लगता है मैं कभी नहीं उधर पहुंचूंगा नहीं कभी ऐसे सोचते हैं हम लोग. From this level of thinking, oh, that's a dream not achievable, not possible at all. It's not only possible, you are already that. Vedanta says you are already that. Oh, no, I don't believe. I don't. Some people say that. Even normal conversation, you see that. Oh, it doesn't mean. We'll we'll talk more about this in the next class. This will be going in detail, and we will conclude now with faith in us. Thanks to God who gave me a chance to listen to your words. That attitude, that bhava should be there when we do the concluding mantras. As usual, we'll do Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina. Not be a mechanical prayer. Should be always meaningful. Let the mind revel in Him. Mentally, you feel that you are touching the feet of Bhagavan. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkhabhat bhavet. Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amrutam gamaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Thank you very much for watching. Everybody, Hari Om. Stay quarantined, obey the rules, have faith, and pray Bhagavan. And go through that, what Swamiji said, connecting that COVID-19 virus with Bhagavad Gita slokas. There is not that slokas are connected, but what we should be doing by sitting at home, which verses, what is the summary which is conveyed through Bhagavad Gita in this situation. That is what he said. Did a great job. By Swamiji has given that. So please go through that and read. All the best and Hari Om. Thank you very much.